Good morning, everybody. It is so wonderful to be here at the Torch Center together with these wonderful women at the Latte and Learn, the weekly Latte and Learn. And I am here filling the honored chair of Devorah Cohen. She'll be back this week, hopefully. So next week she will return to teaching these classes. And I'm extremely thankful that she has allowed me to fill in for her. So just a quick idea on this week's Parsha. On this week's Parsha is Parsha's Eikev. And the Torah, the portion begins with telling us, V'haya Eikev tishme'un, and this shall be the reward when you hearken to my ordinances. And our sages tell us that this is specifically coming. It says, it uses a term, Eikev. Eikev is the heel. On the heel of your actions. Our sages tell us that it's not just a use of term. It's very important for you to recognize that indeed Eikev is the mitzvot that we're used to performing. The easy mitzvot that are very common to us, and we take them for granted. Guess what? For those mitzvot, there's a tremendous reward. So what I want to share this idea that we're living in a culture, in a society that is excited by things that are grand, by things that are tremendous and huge. We have this society or this way of thinking that everything needs to be grandiose. In spiritual growth, in our Judaism, that's not the case. It's the small things that matter the most. It's the small little steps. It's the small little mitzvahs. It's the small little things that we can change in our lives that has not only the greatest impact, but are the most important. We find, our sages tell us that when someone tries to fly high and say, you know what, I'm never going to do this, or I'm always going to do that, I'm never going to eat non-kosher again, I'm never going to speak Lashon Hara, right? So the Yetzer Hara puts his target and shoots him right down. But when someone says, just the small mitzvot, the small little things, sometimes they say, it's insignificant. I once had a woman, she came to me and said, Rabbi, tell me what I need to do, and I start keeping Shabbos. You just tell it to me. So I told her, take one light switch in your house and put a piece of scotch tape on that light switch, and that should be your light that you don't turn on or off on Shabbat. She said, that's it? I'm like, do that. When that becomes no more issue, we'll talk about the next step. Today's Shomer Shabbat. But it needs to be a slow, small step. And the problem is we're living, again, in a society where small steps don't mean anything. Nobody cares. It's not big enough. It's not, it's not going to hit the headlines of the news. So it must not mean anything. Not in Hashem's world. In Hashem's world, one of the great misconceptions Jews have about Judaism is that Jews think that it's all or nothing. And that's not true. It's patently false. It's not true. Do the best you can do, and then see how you can do a little bit more. After your baseline is normal, after all of the things that you do is already so easy, it's routine, you don't have to think about it, then you can add something. And once that becomes routine, then you can add something else. And once that becomes regular part of your life, add something else. But to try to jump and to try to change everything in one instant, it will never last, and it'll never be long-lived. So Hashem should bless us all that we should appreciate the mitzvot that are easy ones that we always do, the ones that we are dash ba'akevav, as Rashi says, the ones we step with on our heel at all times, because it's so common, it's so easy for us, we don't even realize their importance. And also the ones that are important, to take small steps, slowly and gradually taking a step to grow and become closer to the Almighty. So with that, my friends, thank you so much for joining us. You're welcome to join us here live, Latte and Learn, 10 o'clock, every Monday morning. Wonderful women here. And I'm not a woman, but I am sitting in the place of a great woman, Dvorah Cohn, who teaches this class. You're all welcome to join us here. Thank you, and have a marvelous week.